Hello all loonies and normals, my name is Joe Silver. Welcome to my channel. This week I'm going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch a little. Some of you may know, I recently got the chance to go on one, and I rather enjoyed it because I was doing Super Mario Maker 2, I was making my own levels, and I've even had people playing them. But because it wasn't my Switch, because it was my nephew's, I'm not able to do it every day, and I'm not able to make levels every day like I'd like to. So I thought, I'll get my own. The problem is, and this is where the vlog comes in, the price is still extremely high. Now I googled this. The Switch is 2 years old. I think it came out in 2017. So it's a year or two old, because I think it said it came out in 2017, right? And it came out at $300. Call it 300 quid for argument's sake, because it probably would have been roughly about the same, yeah? But it came out at $300. Switches online, and I've looked at these on Amazon, are still about 300 quid. A year or two later. Now the question is, why? Do they not understand? Does Nintendo not quite understand that actually, lowering the price makes them more money? Well, clearly not. But my question is, am I just being a grumpy person? Am I just on a rant because I can't afford it? Or and this makes perfect business sense. Or am I in the right? Would it not make sense to lower the price to make more money? Now, I'm not a businessman. I'm not going to stand here and pretend that I know business sense, or that I've worked in the business or anything like that. I haven't. Okay? This is just your average plebs, Joe Everyman opinion, okay? I'm not some expert. But to me, it makes more sense if they were to lower the price, because the console is old now. It's technically old, because when you think about console life, a console's life expectancy is nowhere near as much as a human's or anything else. Consoles live or die very quickly these days. Gamers get bored very easily. They want the new and shiny all the time. This is understood. Now, I know some of you might say, but I've been playing X game for 20 years and I've never got bored. Well, if you have, more power to you. That's not my point. My point is, right, that actually when you think about it, when it comes to buying consoles, when it comes to buying video games, how many of us gamers get bored after a while of certain video games, and they want the new and the shiny, and they want a new game every week, practically sometimes, As soon as they're finished with one game, oh right, I finished with that one, I want another one. And I speak from experience. I was a gamer and am a gamer, and trust me, I have over 100 games, I think it is, on my Steam. And trust me, I'm looking for a new one because I've played all them and I want something new. So, trust me, I speak from experience. Gamers get bored. They want the new and shiny all the time. Why do you think the gaming industry has grown so big? So, with that in mind, people like Xbox and PlayStation, when their consoles got old, lowered the price. When their consoles got old, they lowered the price, and you can get them for cheaper now. I'm still not saying that I could afford an Xbox One, or that I would get one if I could. But the price now will probably be lower than it was when it first came out. This is my point. But Nintendo have consistently kept their prices high at least for the Switch, I haven't researched every console they've ever brought out. Maybe some of you out there know, for example, what happened with the Nintendo DS or the Nintendo Wii or whatever. But when it comes to the Switch, they have consistently kept their price high. They have not, rather than saying, right, this console is old now, also we've got the Nintendo Switch Lite coming out, we will lower our prices, they've kept them high. So the Nintendo Switch Lite will be £100 cheaper, but it's about the price where the Nintendo Switch should be, if you ask me. Because this is my point. Everybody who's going to get one, or who was going to get one when they came out new, has probably already got one by now. Most of the people. I'm not saying everybody's got one, so they're not going to sell any at all. But the people who were going to get it when it came out new, they've all done that, right? So they've made plenty of money off bringing it out new. But now it's old. The console itself is older now. It's, like I said, it's a year or two old, and so at this point they should be lowering the prices so that they're more reasonable, and then they get more money because more people say, well, you know, it's lower now, I'll get it now. This is just my opinion. Like always, like all of my vlogs, these are my opinion, right? And this is my opinion. And like I said, I'm not professing to be some accountant or some, you know, financial wizard. I am none of those things. I am just your average Joe in the street with an opinion. But, you know, you tell me, does that make sense? Or is it the way that my dad says? Because I was talking about this with my dad, and he says, oh yeah, but if there's people like you who are willing to pay that higher price, then of course they're not going to bring their prices down, because people like you are willing to pay it. So is that the situation? Is it that as gamers we've kind of shot ourselves in the foot in a way, because we're paying their silly prices, so they'll keep those silly prices? Is that what it is? Again, I don't know. All I know is that to me, as the consumer, me as the person who would like to buy one, I would much prefer if they lowered their prices and lowered the prices of the games, because I've been told the games are quite expensive as well, and made it so that people can actually get it. Because as strange as it sounds, sometimes less is more. Let me explain. If you sell a product for £1,000 now, right, and it's a product that people want, only those who can afford £1,000 will pay for it. So you might get 10 people interested, and you've got £10,000. You suppose now then you lower that product to, say, £500. Now suddenly those who couldn't afford it when it was £1,000 can afford it. Now they will pay £500 for it. So say 20 or 30 people buy it, or 40 people buy it. Suddenly you see what I mean. Suddenly you're getting more money, because suddenly those people who couldn't afford it at £1,000 can now afford it and are paying for it. You see my point? This is not a financial genius, this is a pleb, but when you do the math, it makes sense. Because if 20 people buy it at 500, that's your 10,000. If 30 people buy it, or 40, that's 20,000. So you're making more because you lowered your price. Again, this purely figurative illustration and figurative example. And to be honest with you, when it comes to the Switch, you know, 150 to 200, that's a reasonable price for the Switch now, because it's older. And there was one place that had it at that price, but they flew out so fast and I couldn't get hold of one from there. But this is not a vlog about me begging because I want a Switch. This is a vlog about me wondering what is going through the heads of people like Nintendo as to why they've got their prices so high. This is me giving my opinion on the subject. And like I said, to me it makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. You know, why would they keep it high? You know, what is their thinking behind it? I don't understand. You know, to me it seems like Nintendo do not understand the concept that less is more. That sometimes you can make more money by lowering your prices instead of keeping them high. Because, I mean, you know, this is the thing. Anyway, you know, we can go round in circles about this all day, but I'd rather not. So, if you have enjoyed what you have seen here, please leave me a like, leave me a sub, and leave me a comment down below. If you have an opinion on what I've been talking about here, perhaps you know something of the situation, perhaps you can explain to me why they keep the prices high, then feel free to do so in the comment down below. Although I do ask, please, no swearing, and try to keep the comments not too long, otherwise I'm afraid I can't find by the time I get to the end I forgot the beginning if they're too long. I'm sorry. But no, seriously, feel free to comment and I will read them. Thank you so much. But thank you so much for watching, really. Thank you so much. As always, I have been Joe Silver. This has been a vlog. Thank you so much. Bye bye.